Hello everyone and welcome to our latest Brexit Chats video. Now this could well be the last Brexit Chats video that we do for a while, because certainly the interesting move has come where the European Union has delayed the Brexit procedure by the fact that they've granted an extension by 3 months to the end of January 2020. So that means that the political situation in the UK is now moving on to a general election. The Parliament has voted for a general election, and it means that uncertainty is still there and present in the UK Brexit process. However, it suggests that an election is now a potential avenue towards some sort of pathway to resolving the whole issue, because at the moment Parliament is completely gridlocked and it has no chance really of getting any sustainable Brexit plan through. So subsequently what we're seeing is sterling a little bit mixed actually at the moment, and I think that is coming as volatility levels have dropped quite significantly, and we've seen that the price certainly for cable and euro sterling have started to move sideways. Now this comes as I think that what we're going to see in the coming weeks is that there's going to be a slight corrective drift on sterling. Political uncertainty is never great for a currency really, so I think that's why we're going to see some sort of a corrective slip back on sterling. However, ultimately the fact that a deal is on the table now for the UK in the European Union Brexit process means that that should underpin sterling for the medium to longer term. It now also means that what we have is a political situation which is up in the air, but as I said, how the Conservatives can perform in this election will be key, because if they can somehow form a majority and get the gridlock out of Parliament, then it means that a pathway towards a quicker resolution of Brexit is present. Another situation that we have to consider is that the general election may well generate a hung parliament again, and that would just simply mean that the Brexit process continues to rumble on with no real resolution. It means the prospect of a second referendum is still on the table, and also the potential, even if it's a Labour-led government, maybe that the process drags deep into 2020, and that would again be sterling negative, I feel. So what are we looking out for in the coming weeks? Well, I think that there's going to be a reduced element of volatility through sterling, but also I think we're going to see this negative drift coming through the sterling majors and the sterling crosses. So I think that we're going to see cable, for example, pulling back into 127 to 128 area. And I think we're likely to see euro sterling potentially picking up. So let's have a look at the market impact on sterling trades. As you can see, euro sterling has been basically drifting sideways ever since that sharp move to the downside. The prospect that a deal was on the table and could have gone through really did strengthen sterling, but since then it's basically drifted sideways as the whole process has been kicked into the long grass. You've seen that also coming through cable, a little bit less positive through cable, and I still think that there is room for a bit of a drift back towards 127 area on sterling dollar, given the political uncertainty. I spoke earlier about volatility and also how there's the volatility chart. I suppose what we've seen is immediate 1 month volatility has dropped sharply. You've seen 3 months less sharply lower, because you've still got the prospect of this election in that window, but still you can see that volatility is certainly lower. This chart that you glimpsed at, but I'll show you again, here we see futures, sterling futures, which had been, the market had been record short levels, is now strongly unwinding. Now it'll be interesting to see how those sterling futures respond to the this onset of the general election, because we might well see just that unwind start to stall a bit, and again that would be sensing that cable would also start to stall. In terms of FTSE 100, it's I think the impact on FTSE will generally be that the negative correlation with sterling starts to decouple slightly because of the fact that you're getting less volatility through sterling, and the Brexit question sort of starts to dissipate slightly out of the immediate near to medium term impact on the markets. So subsequently, I think we could see that broader equity indices drivers become the driver of FTSE as well. So I think that has the ability to pull FTSE back towards 7440 with the global outlook looking more positive for equity indices. But generally speaking, FTSE still is a laggard, isn't it? Certainly against the major markets. So thank you very much for joining us again for our Brexit chat videos. As I said at the beginning, likelihood is that we're not going to be speaking about Brexit for a while, but we could also be talking about elections. So that seems to be the next theme for driving UK asset prices, and I think that is going to be something we'll be covering in the coming weeks. But certainly with regards to Brexit, we're looking more towards 2020 now as the next time that we really have Brexit as a key question that is going to be impacting on markets. But regardless of that, I wish you good luck in your trading throughout the coming weeks and months, and I will speak to you soon. Thank you very much.